All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you all. My name is Gloria. I'm part of the events team here at GetCoin. And I'm here with Joe from the Algorand Foundation. We're going to be doing an overview of the different bounties. But before we get started, I wanted to take care of housekeeping. First and foremost, this session is going to be recorded. And so if you want to take a look at this recording afterwards, you can see it under the Greenhouse Hacks 2 playlist on the GetCoin Media page. And that will be like this, and all the other sessions will be listed there. Second of all is feel free to ask any questions. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the chat or the Q&A. I'll go ahead and monitor both. And last but not least, in the chat, feel free to say hi, let us know what you're working on and where you're working from. It's a good way for us to get to know all of y'all, and a great way for y'all to get to know one another. With that, I'll hand it over to Joe and we can get started.
All right, thanks, Gloria. So, as Gloria mentioned, we're going to be going over the previews for the bounties that we're going to be having in Greenhouse Hack 2. So, we're not going to be going over the exact details of the bounties themselves, but rather just going over a general idea of what you can expect for when we do launch the bounties and what sort of challenges we're going to have. All right, so first, we'll talk about the returning challenges. So from Greenhouse Hack 1, we're going to have 2 returning challenges. The first of which is bring your own project. And bring your own project basically allows you to work on your own project and submit it as a submission to this bounty. So basically, if you have a project idea that doesn't conform to a specific challenge that we have posted, you can submit it to the Bring Your Own Project bounty. So existing projects are welcome. So if you're currently building on Algorand and you want to continue to work on the same project throughout the duration of the hackathon, you are welcome. The only exception is that the only rule to keep in mind is that you need to define what is being worked on during the hackathon. So if you already have work done before the hackathon started, you just need to talk with us and let us know what you're going to be working on specifically for the hackathon, like what your goals are and how we as judges can look at what you worked on and judge it fairly to other projects that are also submitting to this bounty. And also, if you were a previous entrant in Greenhouse Hack 1, you are more than welcome to enter again in Greenhouse Hack 2. So we welcome everyone, and the rules are pretty much the same as Greenhouse Hack 1. And so the second returning challenge will be the codeless challenge, and this will be a marketing strategy. So basically, that's a bit of a typo there. It is no code required. And the goal of this challenge is to design marketing strategy for Algorand. And specifically, we want to focus on degens. And when we say degens, we mean people that are actively using crypto, blockchain, NFT, DeFi, and we want them to come over to Algorand and start using the Algorand chain like they use other chains for their DeFi, NFTs, and so on and so forth. So again, this bounty will require any coding. You're just designing a marketing strategy to attract these crypto heavy users to the Algorand blockchain. Okay, so in addition to our own bounties, we're going to be having some bounties from our partners, and we have a couple of partner bounties to go over. The first of which is PayScript. And again, we're not going to be going into the exact details here. But for those that don't know, PayScript is a crypto payment processor. And so basically, this will allow people to pay for crypto in online marketplaces. And the specific challenge that they have will be converting an off-chain solution to an on-chain solution. So there's a common design pattern that they're using to interact with end users that they're using off-chain solutions for, and they want to create an analogous on-chain solution. So following their challenge will involve using smart contracts and SDKs, and it's something that can also be leveraged by other DApps. So this isn't just specific to PayScript. It's something that could help the ecosystem as a whole. So definitely an interesting challenge from them. In addition to PayScript, we also have a challenge from AlgoSeas. And so the AlgoSeas challenge will be about querying on-chain data and using the SDKs to interact with NFTs. So for those that don't know, AlgoSeas is a idle NFT staking game. And this specific challenge will be interacting with the Algosys NFTs and querying their data on chain, and basically organizing that data and processing that data to accomplish a specific goal that they have in mind. And again, more details on these bounties will be released when the hackathon actually starts. Okay, so finally, we have learning challenges. So these are bounties from the Algorand Foundation itself, but they're focused on new developers that want to learn how to get started with blockchain development. So these bounties um, are like really wide in range in terms of how complex they be. You can have a submission where it's very simple, or you can have a submission that's very complex, depending on your skill level. But the idea is that it's very approachable for new developers. So we have two of them. The first of which will be a focus on smart contract development. So you can use tools like Teal, PyTeal, and Beaker to write a smart contract that will perform a specific action that we want. And the goal here is, again, smart contract development. So all submissions for this learning challenge will only be judged based on the smart contract development. So for this specific challenge, you can write a front end if you would like to, but the only thing being judged is smart contract development. We know smart contract development on Algorand is a lot different than other chains, and as such, we want to focus on that and get people comfortable with the tools required for smart contract development and get some exposure to what that's like on Algorand. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for the first challenge. And then for the second learning challenge, we're going to have a focus on the SDKs. So this is going to be more front end oriented challenge where you're going to be required to use SDKs and interact with the blockchain from like a Web 2 app, for example, and really owning your skills there. And again, we're only going to be judging based on the SDK component. If you want to integrate, smart contracts or other on-chain mechanisms, you're more than happy to. But we're only going to be judging on the SDK front end component for this challenge. And the reason we're separating these is we understand some developers might be more interested in smart contracts, some might be more interested in the more Web 2 SDK front end stuff. And so we want to give challenges that are approachable for beginners that have both of those interests. So that's the summary of the challenges. I know that was pretty quick. And I see that if we can go back to the slide after the BYOP. So this will be the Uh, hopefully, this is the slide you were talking about, Kathy, that you missed. So this is the codeless marketing strategy bounty. So this is a codeless bounty. So this basically means you don't need any coding experience, and the submission will be entirely judged based on just the marketing strategy that you create to attract users to the Algorand blockchain. Here we use the word degens. This is just to mean people that are really active in DeFi, NFTs, just crypto in general, and bringing them to the blockchain space. And looking at the chat, it looks like there isn't any other questions. One thing I do want to mention is if you haven't already viewed the other workshops that we've done for Greenhouse Hack 2, definitely check them out. We have a learning resources workshop, workshops on how to set up your environment in multiple languages. So if you're a new developer looking to get started, our previous workshops for Greenhouse Hack 2 is a great place to get started.
Yeah, and the other thing that I have also done for those who are looking to get started, Joe, I took all the links that you had on your slides for the learning resources, and I put them in every description of every video
Oh,
on the
awesome.
YouTube channel, so they're accessible to you all, so that you'll be able to kind of learn more if you want to go and learn more. The question that I have, Joe, is is this slide going to be available to pass this presentation? And is it okay to share it with them maybe in
Yes.
Discord or whatnot too?
Yes, certainly. What I can do is I can share the link in the chat, and then I'll also post it in the Discord as well.
Awesome, cool. Yeah, that would be super helpful for people. I'm really excited with these bounties. They are different from the first hackathon, which is great. But there's a lot more opportunities for people of all different backgrounds to get involved. So I'm excited to see which projects come of it. And the marketing one, I think I'll try to share with our MMM team in the Get Coin DAO because they always have great ideas around marketing too. So cool, way cool. Hopefully everybody is able to find a challenge that kind of suits their skills and like lets them think out of the box a little bit. If you don't see one that's there, feel free to reach out to one of us and also like try something new. It's always helpful. I see Joshua has a question about will there be any DAO bounties this time? Do you know?
Yes, so there won't be a DAO bounty, but uh, it just occurred to me I did miss one bounty. So there will be, and I'll add it to the slide so people can look at it afterwards. But there will be a bounty, like a customer loyalty app. So it won't be a DAO, but it'll be like an application using smart contracts. So not exactly a DAO, but still something utilizing smart contracts.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm glad that answers your question, Joshua. Awesome, cool. I don't see any other questions. I'll give this a last call for questions, guys, but not. That's a great little rundown. Again, this session will be recorded, so if you want to come back and watch it, feel free, or you can reach out to Joe on Discord. That's usually the best way to get in touch with them, or anyone from the Algorand team. They're pretty quick to respond too. So thanks, Joe, for your time. Again, we have, let's see, today's the 23rd, so we have 4 more days after this week. On Tuesday is the start of the hackathon. Put your ideas in the team building. Hopefully you're finding a team to sync with, or at least expressing your ideas that way. Tomorrow we will have a session as well, and the session is to introduce, what is it, beaker testing.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be really good. And then I think there's like a couple more sessions, and then we start the hackathon. So feel free to join us for those. Other than that, thanks, Joe, for your time, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Gloria. And thanks everyone for watching.
All right. Bye, everyone.